Welcome to all of our healthy eating boot campers. My name is Dr. Ayelet Connell-Giammatteo. I'm a physical therapist and manual therapist. I practice integrative manual therapy, and my doctoral work is in the field of neurorehabilitation with a focus on alternative therapies for people with autism and other learning and behavioral disorders. Over the course of the next several weeks, Holly and myself will be sharing with you lots of great ways to get healthy. Our focus over the program is to help you shift your diet and your family's diet to a healthier one without having to resort to intense and rigid dieting, which is difficult for all of us. So let's get started. For this first week, we will be discussing basics in nutrition that can give you a foundation for making good food choices. For today, I would like to teach you about basic proportions that can help nourish us optimally. As an exercise, let's imagine a dinner plate as a blank canvas. Ideally, we want to occupy about a quarter of the plate with lean natural protein. Now, as you read through your email, in the Nutrition 101 section, or basic training, it talks about protein proportions, and it talks about lean natural meat, so organic or hormone-free or grass-fed, and you want it to be about the size of the palm of your hand. Now, that's always a good judge, because if it's a child, you can use the size of the palm of a child's hand. And so that quarter of the plate can be grass-fed beef, it can be wild fish, it can be eggs, it can be organic or natural hormone-free poultry. That's a good place to start. And now we really can't digest more than that amount of protein per meal, but it's good to try to get about 3 of those a day. So if you're thinking about that blank canvas of a dinner plate, about a quarter of the plate can be reserved for that. Now the second category is reserved for a half of your plate, 50% of your plate. Now, for 50% of your plate, you want to think about reserving it for diverse vegetables. Now, it can be cooked or raw, a mixture of both. It doesn't matter so much, but just trying to get a lot of different vegetables in your day. So about a half of your plate per meal can be reserved to this. The last quarter of your plate is for healthy starches. Now this category can sometimes get a little confusing because we all digest starches differently. As a generality, most people do well with starches such as sweet potatoes and winter squashes such as spaghetti squash or butternut squash. Grains, on the other hand, such as brown rice and other gluten-free grains, can be very healthy for some of us while difficult to digest for others. So it's always ideal to start simpler and then become more diverse as we get more comfortable with our choices. Lastly, on our dinner plate, we want to include healthy fats. Now, this is essential to maintaining a healthy body, including nourishing our brain and heart and other important organs. Examples of healthy fats would include coconut oil, olive oil, nuts, seeds. These are just some examples, but you want to get at least a little bit of healthy fats on your dinner plate. In the section of your email titled In the Trenches or Practical Tips, we discuss these proportions. We also go into more detail with more specifics for each section as the weeks progress through the Healthy Eating Bootcamp. So stay tuned for some of those specificities. The last thing I wanted to mention to all of you is the concept of being proud of yourselves with every effort that you make. We are not looking for perfection because honestly, perfection is not sustainable for any of us. This program is about giving you the tools to make better choices. With every good food choice that you make, you can be sure that you are creating greater health in your body. So thanks for joining us on this journey of health, and don't forget to visit our Ask Me Anything page to post any questions that you may have this week. The information on how to find this webpage is listed at the bottom of your email, so check it out, and we look forward to continuing this conversation.